I welcome you to Pressed Oil Christian Training Center, and I just want to take a few minutes to talk to you about our coaching certification program. Our program is innovative, it's fast, it's fun, it's flexible, and most importantly, when you're done, you will be a professional coach. I welcome you to join the community of coaches at Pressed Oil Christian Training Center, where we are helping people like you every day reach and attain your goals and live your best life right now. So now let's talk about what is coaching. Coaching is an instrument used to build the lives of people, to build businesses, and to build dreams. Coaching is a professional partnership, and what differentiates coaching between just seeing your best friend is they don't have the innovative tools, the training, and the professional ability to take your company to the next level. A professional coach creates a professional atmosphere with you that allows them to have a time frame that they can work with you, and it keeps it structured, it keeps it focused, it keeps it strategic. They're always on the cutting edge. They're always looking at different avenues and strengths and weaknesses of your business and looking at things they can do to help take it to the next level. And again, that is what separates a coach from just being a good friend. A coach also uses a systematic approach to help you plan and goal set and hold you accountable and consistency. So coaching, again, is a tool that is used to build lives and dreams and businesses. It is a professional partnership, and it's also a systematic approach to planning, goal setting, accountability, and consistency. Now, as a coach, you will empower your clients to stay committed to their goal. And a lot of times, especially with my clients, what I see is they have not had an accountability partner. They haven't had someone to keep them on track, to make sure that they are doing what's in their heart to do. And imagine how many times you've started something but never finished it because you didn't have anyone to cheerlead you on, to be your sounding board, to make sure that the decisions that you're making are good, they're strategic, they're exactly where you need to be, they're God-ordained. That is the difference between seeing, again, your friend and having a professional coach. Now, you as the coach are going to help your clients to stay balanced professionally and personally, focusing on the end result, which is very, very important, as well as the day-to-day task. And, of course, you want to help them to stay faith-filled. Okay, Coach, let's talk about a little bit more. I want you to know that coaching is the fastest growing industry in the country. And the beauty of coaching is that it can be done on a national basis or an international basis. So you're not limited to only coaching in your city, your community, or your state. You can coach as far as London or Africa or Alaska or Hawaii. There are no limitations for you. Coaching is extremely flexible. If you have young children, it's an excellent way to make an extra side income and as well as be there for the children. Or if you have a full-time job and you just want extra money, it's a great way to do it. Or you can be like majority of the coaches that we train here at Pressed Oil. You can actually create a career around coaching, and you coach from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, what I want to talk to you about is setting up your schedule and making sure that you're not overly coaching and making sure that you're diversifying your portfolio. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. Coaching is also extremely rewarding, both personally and financially. It's endlessly progressive, and what I mean by that, it's always growing, it's always maturing, it's always becoming even more innovative. So you as a coach will have to stay on the cutting edge of what's going on in your particular field, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. Now, before I get into the types of coaches that are out there and the type of coach that you can become, I want to lay a very strong foundation that is key to Pressed Oil Christian Training Center. At Pressed Oil, you can become a certified empowerment coach that is faith-based. And there's a difference. Our center of our coaching is based upon Christ. So if you're not a believer, you would have a difficult time learning the principles and the scriptures and the strategies that we use because we base it off of the Bible. So I just want to give you some 10 characteristics of a faith-based coach I think it would be important for you to know. Number one, a faith-based coach is spirit-led. They are spiritually mature. They have a finite understanding of God's Word. I mean, they don't know everything, but they do have an understanding of what God's Word is. That way they can scripturally integrate every one of their coaching sessions. They're extremely resourceful. They're teachable, assertive, a great listener. We use the principle called the 80-20. You should do 20% talking in your coaching sessions and 80% listening. They're full of integrity. What they do outside is what they also do inside. They're creative and innovative, well organized, knowledge. They have a great knowledge of their products and services, which is important. They're also disciplined, and discipline is going to be a key factor when you're stepping out as an entrepreneur and creating your own coaching practice. There's no one to call you and to wake you up in the morning to get to your appointment. There's no one to tell you, I need you to stay and finish that assignment. You really have to have a sense of discipline so that way you can maximize your coaching career and coaching potential. Also, you need to be structured, have some type of systematic approach to your coaching style. I'm not saying that you have to be the most organized person in the world, but you really do have to have a sense of being systematic and strategic. Also polished. As a coach, you will have a diversified portfolio, meaning you will do a lot of speaking in public places. You'll have a lot of PR opportunities, a lot of workshops that you'll be presenting, different types of interviews, articles that you'll be writing. So being polished is also an important fact. And lastly, you need to be confident. Confident is another skill that a coach has to have. Confident doesn't mean you know everything. Confident means if you don't know, you're able to find out, and you are extremely confident in the skill set that you do have. Now, I know I give you more than 10 characteristics, but I just couldn't help myself because I want you to have a very well-rounded understanding of who a faith-based coach is. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the types of coaching or types of coaches that are out there. There are several types of coaches that are out there. You can become what we call a business coach, and that's my forte. I love business. I love the energy of a new startup company. I love the adrenaline of a new acquisition or venture, and it's very important that you know what you have a passion for. And the key question I ask to help identify where a person's passion lies is this: what can you not do? I know that's a double negative, but think about that. What can you not do? There's not a day in my life that I can wake up and not empower you. There's not a day in my life that I cannot wake up and help you live your best life right now. That's something that I do not know how not to do. So that's a key element for you to identify where your passion lies. And mine happens to lie in the business realm and in the spiritual realm. Reading. We have some of our coaches that have graduated, and they are extremely well-versed in reading, and they're just excellent in English literature. So what they've begun or what they've created is a coaching practice around helping people to learn how to read. It's such an admirable and beautiful practice as a reading coach because there's people that are 60, 70 years old, and they've never learned how to read. So it's very important. Another one is this is my favorite. It's a coach of your own special skill set. You have a special skill set that nobody else has. You may be extremely a handy person. You may have excellent entrepreneurial insights. You may have extremely well-diversified creativity. And that's your own skill set. And you can become a coach using what's already inside of you, your natural ability, or what your given trade is. Next, you can be a presentations coach. We've got an amazing coach that graduated, and she focuses on presentation skills, and she critiques the presentation that you would be giving. So she has wrapped her company around the public speaking arena, and that is a huge market because the number one fear in the country besides death and being claustrophobic or boxed in is public speaking. So she's really helping to enable people and to empower people to do the best that they can do when it comes to public speaking. We have image coaches, personal coaches, and a lot of times you'll see a lot of personal coaching, and that also encompasses spiritual coaching. And that's really just working with someone one-on-one, helping them to increase their confidence, maybe helping them with their marriage or their children, and just not on a psychological basis or even as a counselor, because we're coaches. We're not licensed therapists. We're not psychologists or psychiatrists. We are coaches, and coaches are just that. We root our team on, and our team is whoever we're working with. You think about a football coach or a basketball coach. They're not out there playing the game. They've played the game. What they're out there doing is they're helping you think of strategies and helping you to win that game of life, and they're helping you win that game of football or soccer or whatever it is, and that's what we do here. We're like the life's GPS system. You have to have a destination, and you need to know where you need to go. And as a coach, we help you get there. And we help you get there with the Lord's leading. We don't do it by ourselves.